Okay, people, welcome back to another Fwoosh review. Tonight, I'm taking a look at the Star Wars Black Series 40th Anniversary Princess Leia. Now, these went up for sale on Hasbro Toy Shop last weekend when the line was announced. The Han Solo, I have the figure arts coming. I didn't feel the need to get it. I never liked the Black Series R2. The Old Man Obi-Wan, I never even opened the San Diego version. I have a custom that does me fine for now. And then the Luke Skywalker, recent release, has already been replaced with the figure arts version. So it came down to Princess Leia, and I was even on the fence with her. But when they said it was an improved look, I had to get it. I had to know. I had to find out. And Hasbro Toy Shop already sent them out. I already got it a week later. Now, looking at the card, very, very nostalgic. I mean, look at it. It's like you bought it from Walmart, you know, way back when they had the huge overalls hanging above the door when you walked in. But the picture looks kind of faded. It has the Kenner logo. It brings back those memories that floods back of Christmases around that time. The only thing that throws it off is this 40th logo up here, but you know what? It still looks good. It fits in there. It's not a huge deal. On the back, you have the rest of the series all in their little color-coded blocks. Again, very vintage feeling. Have the early bird set that comes with Darth Vader. And then the unreadables down here. It probably says something like, don't try to pass this off for a 40-year-old toy. You're not going to make $5 million off of it. Now, I don't have any of the vintage carded figures. It's been a long time. I've messed with them since then, but I don't have any. But I do have this, which I'm guessing is about the same size as the vintage card. Maybe not, but I'm guessing it is. But this at least gives you an idea of the size difference between the two. And the reason I have this is because I have a daughter named Aura, and we thought it would be neat to have different Aura Singh figures for her when she grew up. And before anybody says anything, no, that wasn't my idea. I did not force my wife to name my daughter after a Star Wars character. That was all her idea. So, be jealous. But, like I said, my whole reason for getting Leia was because they said the head was improved over the original. And I say the original like it was a long time ago when we got this. It's been a couple of months. And in the package, they turned her head. I don't know if everybody's is like this. I keep slapping the package. But mine's turned where you can't get a good straight shot to compare. I mean, it does look better, and I'm probably going to open this up. I have thought about leaving it in the package because it's a neat little thing. It's nostalgic, it's nifty, it's neat, but I want the figure. So, yeah, this is coming off the package. You know what? When it comes down to it, this is almost more nostalgic than having it carded because I opened all my figures back when I was a kid. So seeing it like this, oh, there's another flap going up underneath. Yeah, like this. This is what I remember more. That's kind of cool. It didn't have this blister way back then, though. It just had the bubble with the figure kind of shaking around inside of it. Yeah, like that. I may hang it up like this. That's kind of cool. I'm not going to go over the weapons. They're the same. You get the E11 Stormtrooper blaster. You get her blaster. And there we go, out of the package. And they were right. It is an improvement. No, I'm not going to go over the whole figure. I've done that before with the original release. You can go back to that and look at the articulation and what it looks like under the dress. For this, I'm only going over, well, I already went over the package, which is nifty, but I really wanted to go over the improvements to the head. When I first saw the pictures, I thought, well, that's pretty much the same sculpt. I bet it's just a better paint job on top of it. I freely admit I was wrong. It is a new sculpt. It may be the same sculpt tweaked because the hair's kind of the same. It's just proportions were kind of altered a bit. Now, what I finally figured out to do on the original Leia is to tuck this pain-in-the-ass hood in the back of her belt to keep it from flopping around, flying around. I don't need it up over her head, and I don't need it sticking straight out. It just works like this. But as you can see, big, huge improvement. Not only the sculpt, but the eye paint. Where most Black Series figures fail are the eye paints. They're usually pretty basic. They look kind of G.I. Joe, which is okay for G.I. Joe scale, but you get up to a 6-inch scale and they need to be a little bit more defined. And here they are. The eyebrows are good. They're actually eyebrow shaped. Instead of straight lines we sometimes see or just a curved line over it, it has an arc to it. It comes out, down. Pretty good. Now, I'm not familiar with a lot of makeup terms, but I'm going to call this blush. The kind of rosy to the cheeks painted on there. I don't know how easy that is to see on camera, but in person, very rosy. The lips are pretty good. In the movie, it wasn't like she was wearing hooker red lipstick or anything, so pretty basic here. and I think that fits. The biggie comes in though when you compare it to the first Leia. Right here, before I even get to my stills, you can see that they thinned her face just a little bit, and that's mostly in the cheeks. Here on the first one, she has kind of poofy cheeks. They're kind of full, kind of stick out. Here they toned them down more with the shape of the face. If you look from bun to front, they kind of brought it back a little bit. The nose and the chin are about the same. They just tweaked those two things, the top and the sides. Because when you look at the hair, yeah, it's the same sculpt. For the most part, all the hair strands are in the same place. The part, the buns, I'm good with them leaving that alone. It's the face. They really improved the face. Comparing side by side, you can see that the lips pretty much the same color and shape. It's all in the cheeks, and it's all in the eyes. And they defined the eyebrows just a little bit more. Not huge changes. It didn't take a lot, but what work went into it improved it greatly. It's the same dress, it's the same body, nothing much to say about that. In fact, if I were going to compare it to something, I would almost say that this looks like the Rogue One Princess Leia. You know, that CGI overlay? It looks a lot like that. Getting this one, though, gave me the opportunity to do this to the first one. I wanted to see what was under it, but I never wanted to actually pull it apart because it was my only Leia. But now that I have this one, yeah, I can kind of do something with this one maybe. Something later on, I don't know. Kind of looks like Raven from Teen Titans. But whatever. It's another base body. It's something to mess with. The double elbows, the double knees. This may be good custom fodder. So at the end of the day, very much improved. Very good. I like this a lot better than the first one. It looks more like Leia. Is it figure arts quality? No, it's not. But for now, I'm much more happy with this one. Am I happy that it took 2 releases within 2 months of each other to get a better head? From a collector's standpoint, no, I'm not happy that it took another $20 to get a better looking Leia. But from a customizing standpoint, I was almost interested in another Leia and try to use it for fodder for something, because it may be a good teenage body for Marvel Legends or DC Universe or something else. I don't know. I'll have to see. I'll have to mess with it. Now that I have her out, and I have the card back sitting right here, I don't feel the nostalgia pull to grab another one on card. But who knows? Like I always say, I talk a big game, but when I see it in the store, hanging on the peg there, it may be too much. I may have to get one just to hang on the wall, or just to have. But me personally, I'm not going to be collecting a full line of carded figures. I could have spent the time painting the first head to look a little bit better, but the sculpting improvements here are worth it too. It just makes her a whole lot better, and I'm much happier with this version. When it comes down to it, it's a cool card and an improved head for 20 bucks. I'm okay with that. So if you like the review, comment, like, subscribe, and I'll catch you on Fwoosh.